So hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel again, and I'm glad to announce that we've hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which, to be honest, it's actually something very nice. Although it was as a result of the competition, that's why I had to make more efforts towards it because I was battling school and other things. Anyways, if you see my background, you see it's very plain and there's just one hanger up there. I don't know where I got the idea from. I was thinking of, the fact that my background is just too silent. At the moment, I'm in school, so I don't have much resources I can use to make my videos better. So I had to think of something. At least the background is not so silent now. I mean, it might look very minimal, but anyways, let's not digress. We're celebrating 100 subscribers, and I wanted to use today to share the story of how it has been for me so far. Sometimes I tell people that I started a channel before and they're like, oh really? There was a channel that my siblings and I started when we were younger. That's AY Incredible. If you check my channel page, you'll probably see the channel somewhere there. There was a time I reorganized my YouTube page and made sure it's on the home page. So basically, AY Incredible was just us having fun. We didn't really know what we were doing. We were just having fun, the three of us. We just sit in front of the camera, put it up and record something fun, just trying to put a smile on people's faces. Even though, anyways, one big highlight from there is that somehow we had over 70 subscribers, and I'm very surprised looking back because we didn't advertise. We were not really telling people about this thing. We're just young people that were just having fun in front of a camera and posting it. We even did like some Christmas videos or some let's say short film, I would say, and things like that. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I guess my journey had already started even before this channel began. I remember close to the time we were about to kind of stop, my mom would tell us, okay, you guys are going back to school, record videos, record a lot of videos so you can be posting them from time to time, or we'll help you post them or something. But I don't know what they thought to, but in my own mind I was like, oh more, that's a lot of work, that's this. So I didn't really put any effort into it. I didn't really give much thought to the suggestion. I just kind of let it slip away. And then voila, we all went back to school one time. When they went back for midterm break, my younger ones, they still did some videos that I didn't even realize until about this year. They still did some videos and then I checked back and it was nice. It was nice. Given the context, the situation we're in, it was nice. But it was just incredible. And then, I mean, the name of the channel is AY Incredible. But like I said, that was where we stopped when we resumed back to school. And then recently I was feeling like, okay, let's actually pick up this thing again. Let's actually try to put some things together and all of that. You may see a video of me or a picture of the channel. There were some parts I appeared. I can't believe this is me now, this is me then. Guys, take pictures honestly, because it's a very nice thing to look back and be like, oh, this was me then, this is me now. And just look at the progress and just be grateful. It's such a nice thing. So when I wanted to resume back, the device we were using for shooting was damaged. It was already faulty and all of that, and we had already gotten other devices, and we're not ready to fix it or recover the account. But honestly, now I'm looking back and I'm like, I think I'll probably, when I go home next, we'll actually sit down, all of us, and we'll try to recover the account so that we can do something. We can continue doing stuff there. So after the gap that was in between us stopping AY Incredible and me starting Emmy Akintz, there was actually a lot of gap in between. But then I started and initially I was kind of confused, like what I should be doing. I didn't know if I should go into the tech area and be pushing stuff from there, or I should try to make funny videos, which I'm not sure I'm the best with doing things like that. It was just a situation of me being lost. But after a lot of this and that, I eventually settled, but there was a lot of funny uncertainty kind of thing in between. I remember there was a time I named my channel AY Incredible 8, no, AY Emavich 8 Sports, more like you should see the spelling on the screen. Mavic Sports. I don't know what I was thinking, because I was also a very big football fan that was looking to continue playing football. There's a reason why I don't want to say go pro, but like I dreamed of playing football. It didn't really matter where I played it. And at the time, that was what I could think of, Mavic. I was kind of looking for a name to give myself. So, you can imagine, for you to hear Mavic, I'm not sure I'm proud of the name, but it's part of my journey so far. In fact, some of the accounts I signed up to at the time of naming my channel that still has that name, I think I need to change that and I can't allow people see it. Then after a lot, then there was a time, like I said, I was very confused about what to do. So I remember there was a time I used to listen to Juice WRLD videos, not anymore. Sorry, Juice WRLD songs, but not anymore though. But like at the time when I used to listen, there was a time I posted a shot of him that went really, really. I got a lot of views, maybe because of the type of content it was or something. But like the views were so high, and I was already telling myself, you know what, I'm gonna continue this way. That has been like over maybe 3 years now that I did that. But eventually I took the video back down. That was after I now got more serious with my faith and all of that. Because I had already stopped listening to a lot of songs, especially songs that don't necessarily glorify God or that glorify things that I wouldn't want to be too focused on. So after all the this and that, I actually one time I started to feel like God was leading me to start a podcast. But I didn't really know how to go about it or what to do. I was just thinking to myself, sometimes I'll sit down, I'll just. So after a lot of back and forth, I thought of a niche, God Tech Life. So I started this Spotify. I started it on Spotify. I would make videos and upload every Friday afternoon, and I was pretty consistent. I never missed a Friday, although sometimes it would pass the 2 p.m. mark, but I never missed my Friday, and I would always post. And that went on for months. That started around November, December, I think, of 2024 until May. I actually took a break, but we'll get there. So I was posting regularly, and it was majorly about God Tech Life. It was just me touching anything under these three things and saying something about it, making sure it's not too long, and uploading to Spotify. And based on RSS, if you're interested, you can search that. But what it did was it allowed my stuff to also get to YouTube without me necessarily going there to put them myself. So everything I put on Spotify automatically it came to YouTube, and it also came as a podcast to YouTube to this same channel. So like I said, I took a very, very long break because at one point it started to dawn on me that this niche is not really a niche. It's kind of all over the place and it's very, very confusing. I didn't really know what I was doing, or rather I didn't really know where I was. I mean, if you ask me, okay, what is this stuff about? My description was always like too long, and I had to do something about it because it was not even making me confused about the type of or about the content I should put out there. And I would always have this thinking twice situation and all of that. So yes, I did not mention that those videos were, I'm sorry, those podcasts were actually fully audio. So it was just me picking up my tab, walking around the school looking for silent places to record, and then I'll use some noise cancellation. And I was using BandLab to record at the time, I think. So I'll just use some noise cancellation feature to remove some of the background noise, because as you'd expect, before I got my mic, I was using the tab. So it was very sensitive. Any little sound, even just moving my feet, it would pick it up. And it was pretty annoying. I mean, you wouldn't want people to be hearing things like that in your video. Although I didn't mention, in this video, you might hear some background noise because I don't have enough lighting here. So I had to leave my door open, and it's a boys' hostel. People are gonna make noise. Some people are playing football, so you know what to expect. But as much as I can, I'm going to keep the background noise as minimal as possible. So like I said, I returned with fully video. I was ready to stop doing just audio, so I was ready to go back to full video, although I didn't really know how to go about it, but I knew I had to do something. Also, when I was returning, I returned with a different, let me say, identity in terms of what I am, my content is about. At the time it was more like God Tech Life, and I literally named the podcast Navigating Through Life. I think that's too long for a podcast, or it might depend though. But that was not really the kind of way I would have wanted to go about it, thinking about it now. But that long break I had from around May to I think August or so just gave me enough time to just look at it and be like, okay, I think we're going to name this thing the Emmy Akintz podcast. Also, that's where I now got a, let me say, a niche, right? So if you ask me right now, I would say something like faith-based self-improvement, because I've looked at it and I'm like, if it's purely self-improvement, while that is good, it might be too self-focused. Of course, we are saved by grace through faith, so we have faith and we are saved. Let me try to relate it the way I'm trying to put it out. So it's more like I'm a follower of Jesus, and I'm trying to be the man He has made me to be. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, to improve myself. But I also need His help on this journey. So if it's purely self-improvement, like it's all about me, I need to put it in a way such that it's like we're improving ourselves, but we're never, it's always first. It's always first. Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing will be added onto. In fact, there's a but before the seek first. So it means there are other things that people go after. But like if I sit down now, no, not sit down. If I decide to seek first the kingdom of God, all those things that people are looking for, I'm going to find them eventually. So yes, I went to TEDx Akure. It was a very wonderful event. Actually, one of the reasons I bought that ticket was because Eric Kukwa was going. Honestly, I wanted to go, but I was looking at what I'll have to do to get there, and I was like, I'm not sure I want to go through this. But when I saw that he was one of the speakers, I was very, very excited, and I decided to actually go. And to be honest, I'm glad I did, because it's not only the fact that I heard him speak live, it's also the fact that I met so many other people. I met many people from FUTA, even recently on my like WhatsApp status and all that. Some FUTA students were like, me that I'm in the school, you're advertising more than us. Like, you're advertising FUTA stuff more than us that were inside the school and stuff like that. It's not, I just love the community over there. I mean, Landmark has a wonderful community also. I love being around my people here. I also love being around my people there. I guess it's just me loving being around some like a community of people that are really passionate about coding. Because I'm sure if I sit down in another school to like experience it firsthand, I also love to be around them, basically. So I met a lot of people at TEDx that inspired me to really keep pushing, to keep doing my stuff. I mean, it was during that event that it became clearer to me that I really need to keep going. I really need to keep going. Like, why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? What's stopping you? I had to put more effort and all of that. All for me to resume to Landmark University, and I met other creatives here. Actually, there have been creatives here. They're actually here, many of them, I believe, but we never really interfaced much. But I met one of them recently. He goes by the name Joseph. He also runs his own YouTube channel, and although both of us decided to embark on the competition of first 200 subscribers, but I really like what he's doing. I mean, it's very, very nice. He's pushing me to actually keep moving. So even at the moment, what we're trying to do is as much people as we can get into like sort of a community kind of thing, and have all of us pushing together, setting goals for ourselves, or even like not necessarily seeing it as a competition, right? Let's say if we're doing first to this, first to that, it's not necessarily a competition. At the core of everything, the aim is to grow. The aim is to just keep growing and keep pushing and keep doing. And it's very incredible. I actually love what we're doing over here. So what next for me? Basically, I'm still trying to sort my schedule, because I'm in my final year in the university, and I'm having to balance quite a number of things. Having to deal with projects, and although we already concluded like the sideways defense, that's IT defense, as many people would know it. And I'll put a short clip of me defending mine. Honestly, we did sample presentation a day before in front of my classmates. I was so confident, my hand everywhere, in charge of the room, well articulated speech and everything, even though I actually made one mistake there, but like it's my mate, it was all good. And then I got to the stage on the next day in front of the lecturers themselves, and somehow there was a lot of tension in my chest. I couldn't really explain, but I was just, let's just say the pressure got to me. Although by God's grace, I was able to do it very well. It's only that I was not doing it the way I was doing it the previous day, where I was actually totally in charge of doing. This one, my body was kind of stiff, and it was just me trying to talk and but I didn't miss what I was doing. I was still very conscious and not too distracted and all of that. But like I said, a lot of things to balance. So what next for me honestly is I'm still going to be uploading podcast episodes. In fact, I'm going to be collaborating with friends and all of that. Also, let's say there are some trendy challenges that are very nice and not necessarily preaching the wrong thing as we would not want. We can also embark on it and collaborate and actually put out nice things for people to watch. But hey guys, I don't want this video to be too long. That's it about this video. 100k subscribers. Next up, 1000. That's a personal goal though, but we're gonna get them someday. So in the meantime, you guys just stay good, take care, subscribe to the channel, share to your friends. I believe some people would love to see things like this and also get inspired to do whatever they have in mind that they've been pushing aside. And I hope to see you on the next one, the next podcast probably, which is probably going to be weekly or something, and then short clips from time to time on all social media platforms, from Instagram to TikTok and all of that. You can check the description to see my accounts and follow up. So I hope to see you guys on the next one, and cheers.